Hello Libra, and welcome to your Healing Oasis shadow work reading. We're going to be taking a deep dive into those hidden spaces, taking a look at the shadow energy and what messages that your shadow side, moon energy, that 8th house, 12th house energy wants to communicate with us today. And we're going to be looking at that shadow energy connected to ego energy, that sun, outwardly expressive, sun-facing energy, seeing if there are areas of connectivity, seeing if there is a complete divide between those energies, and trying to figure out how we can connect them and blend them back together, and to find some cohesion. So we have various different tools of divination. Today we'll be using our numerological dice, our astro dice. We have tarot, oracle that we'll also be adding to the conversation today. A lot of the messages have been coming together steadily over time, so we'll just keep it moving here as we go through. So before we cast your die, I would love to invite you to join the Kindred family here by subscribing to my YouTube channel if we're not already connected. Clicking like on this video, of course, supports my channel, and I appreciate it. Drop a comment down below if something resonates with you. Bearing in mind, these are general readings, so if something does not resonate, you can go ahead and check your other placements, sun, moon, rising. Again, for these shadow work messages, your moon and rising energy is being more encouraged, but go with whatever your gut's telling you to do. And if you're interested in your own personal reading, you can connect with me on Etsy. Link will be in the description below. I curate all kinds of content on my Etsy shop to assist my beautiful kindred souls on their life journey and path. So you can go ahead and check that out if you are so moved to do so. Okay, let's go ahead and get into your reading. Let's cast for you. So on the left side here, we have our moon graphic, and so that's where our moon energy will be cast. And on the opposite side, we'll have our sun, ego, outwardly expressive energy there. So let's go ahead and, I almost said shuffle. All right, let's see. All right, so our 5 energy is our only connecting energy here. We have Capricorn in our moon space with the number 0 and the number 3. And the number 5, of course. So this is very outwardly expressive energy, by the way. The number 0 is about infinite possibilities. The number 3 about like social networks and networking. And 5 is about freedom, creative expression, adventure. Very outward energy in the moon space. So that's interesting. And we have Capricorn here, which is our cardinal earth energy, connected to Saturn. Such looks weird. Anyway, and then on our ego side, we have 5, so a lot of outwardly expressive energy, and a number 1, which is also outwardly expressive, and Sagittarius. So a lot of energy, outwardly expressiveness here. Sagittarius is our mutable fire energy connected to Jupiter energy, very expansive, very intense. The 5s and the Sagittarius feel very one-on-one. I always associate the number 5 with Sagittarius, so there's a lot of movement here, a lot of energy, a lot of excitement. And that's actually where your inner space and your outer spaces are connecting with each other, is this energy. What is this energy, this excitement? What is going on? Let's see. What does our shadow want to communicate? What's the primary message here? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. The thinker, father of knowledge, instruction, reinvention. Wow, that's actually really interesting. Okay. I also want to note that Libra, you're also a cardinal energy, cardinal air, of course, connected to Venus. And then your inner space is being represented by Capricorn. It's cardinal earth. We're connected to Saturn. Venus and Saturn are friends, or they're energies that coexist positively. Very, very interesting. This idea of reinvention is really singing to me. But let's go ahead and continue shuffling out our messages. So we're going to get a more clear communication here with our tarot from our inner spaces. Start with our moon. What message would the moon like to communicate here? Thought leader came to mind. Father knowledge, thought leader, maybe teaching, instruction, teaching, reinventing yourself as a thought leader. All right, let's see. The sun. It's just so much intense energy in your reading today, Libra. And we have the Seven of Wands. Six of Swords is underlying. Ooh. You're moving on from something. Maybe even a work situation that didn't work. This freedom thing, Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Chalices. Wow, your underlying is intense. It's intense, but look at what's blocking all of that. The Six of Swords. After the Six of Swords, Three of Pentacles. So it's like you're starting a new foundation, a new grounding. Again, it could be teaching, or it could just be learning something new. So we talked about being a teacher, positioning yourself as a thought leader. That's something new. You're building that from the ground up and creating a stable foundation for whatever this new thing is. The Fool energy, zero energy, connecting to our zero over here in our moon section. But the idea here of those infinite possibilities and going out, venturing out, doing something different than you've done before. And doing that opens up your prosperity and abundance. It's like a jump start. It went right from 0 to 10. This is going to go so quickly. It's going to just pop into place. It feels like an alignment thing. But in order to do this, any of this, all of this, you're going to have to move on from something. You're going to have to leave something behind. Super intense underlying for you, Libra, but really exciting. That was so rich. It's like not only emotional satisfaction, but worldly satisfaction and abundance too. You're calling. If you're being called to be a thinker, if you're being called to be an instructor, you have to follow your calling, or you're just playing yourself small. There is an excitement here with the Sun energy. The Seven of Wands is a little bit defensive. I'm feeling like feels like that's kind of a little bit of your insecurity rearing its ugly head here. Do I belong? Am I going to fit in? Are people going to, question me? Am I, that kind of insecure feeling here? But the Sun is going to blast that out of the water. If it's your calling, it's your calling. The knowledge and the learning and all that stuff, let that come to you. You don't have to know everything going into it. Babies don't come into the world knowing everything, right? They have to learn, and they're okay with that because that's all they know. Allow yourself to grow into. Another note, I know I just stopped that sentence halfway. This is a very energetic reading, by the way. It's very fueled, and I'm feeling it. This excites you. Whatever it is, it excites you. It quickens you from the inside. It's like stoking that fire from the inside. There's some insecurity, some uncertainty, probably because this is completely outside of your wheelhouse, completely outside of your knowledge base or your current knowledge base, but there are connections. your passion for it, your desire to do it, get it going, get it off the ground, shooting for the stars, whatever this is. That's your connection. It's so intense. It's beautiful. I love it so much. All right, let's see what our ego's out there doing. Temperance. Okay, we're being patient on this side. Patience. This is also Sagittarius's card too, by the way. We have Sagittarius in that space. And then we have the Seven of Chalices. Very interesting. Watery, fire and water. I feel like when fire and water blend together harmoniously, they create love. So we have the Four of Pentacles underlying our ego energy. Nine of Swords. Eight of Swords. Victory. And then that Ten of Pentacles again. What I'm seeing here is doubt. Feeling like, it's almost like the Four of Pentacles to me in high vibration talks about managing your resources effectively, which is something that you might have to do, especially if you're venturing out on something, you're venturing out on something new. You might have to be a little bit more mindful about how you're spending your money. It can also talk about withholding. And it feels like restrictiveness, doubt, willful blindness. It's like all of these kind of insecurities covering up your victory, your triumph, your success, which jumps into the Ten of Pentacles energy, which is that the worldly manifestation, a compensation of your success, the harvest, the fruit of your labor. You have to get out of your head. You have to get out of these insecurities. I feel like there's a fear of illusion here as well. With the Seven of Chalices. Because the Seven of Chalices talks about illusion, imagination. I feel like with that Sagittarius energy connected to Jupiter is very tied to this idea of just limitless possibilities, openness, imagining all these various different outcomes. Feels positive though, because Sagittarius is optimistic energy. So we have the Two of Pentacles with the Hierophant underlining for our intentions, if you will, or fears. But it feels like openness. I feel like our inner space with the Two of Pentacles here is open to finding that balance. There's an honesty there, which doesn't surprise me. Haven't been feeling hostility between your energies, so. Okay, Queen of Swords. Okay. Again, both of them, we don't have any masks, so we have an openness here. The truth. The Sun energy just wants to live in the truth. The ego. There's patience. There's some instability, right? A lot of dreams, big thoughts. Let's get some advice for you. Interesting that we have sevens in both of these positions. All right, so we have our brow chakral energy represented by grapefruit. And the lie is that it's all your fault. But the truth is that you see what you truly need. Nourishment. You need nourishment. Stop thinking and dreaming up these things and living your truth and go after them. That's what Sagittarius energy is all about, going after it. Capricorn is an achiever as well. So at first glance, right, these energies feel like they don't have anything in common. One's fire, one's earth, blah, 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 blah. What they have in common is passion. Passion, drive, and the desire to achieve. Sagittarius wants to go out there, go free and loving, going out there and getting that vision. Capricorn wants to achieve. It wants to scale the mountain. Together, this fire and this earth energy together, working in high vibration, working in collaboration with each other, in partnership with each other, under this idea of truth and reinvention. It can be done. It can be done. Your energetic body needs nourishment to begin to discern physical hunger from spiritual hunger. Cherish your body in the way it supports you. Nourishment. Feels like queen energy. We have the Queen of Swords here. Nurturing and nourishing that seed of the mind, of the truth. There's discernment here. There's a mature, grounded mind, a sureness, a purpose that we're going after. We know where to put our energy. We just have to get over those insecurities. There's always going to be something that we're not ready for. That's okay. That's okay. You don't have to know everything about everything when you get into something. You can figure it out along the way. You can get people around you that can fill in those gaps for you. As a Libra, you're good at making those connections. That's what our 3 energy is about: networking and communication and broadening those resources, those human resources, if you will. But there's limitless possibilities there. Opening up your scope of connectivity and networks. Going after your passions, the things that that thing feels like one thing that you're truly passionate about. For some of you, it might be, again, being some sort of a thought leader, instructor, but this idea of reinventing yourself. Whatever this is, it might be completely different than what you know, what you went to school for, what you've been doing, whatever it is, but it is your truth and you know it and you feel it. It quickens you from the inside out. It's a burning and a yearning, and you have to go after it. You have to go after it. Put aside the insecurity. Put aside the uncertainty of, do I belong here? I don't know. People are going to accept me. If you accept you, they will accept you. If you belong there, you belong there. And that's the way you have to walk in the door. You deserve a seat at the table if you are at the table. So pull out your chair and sit down, okay? All right, my beautiful Libras, I don't want to taint this message. I think it's beautiful. I think it's clear. I hope this is helpful for you. If something resonated, do drop a comment down below. Click like, subscribe, and I'll see you in an upcoming message. Bye.